What is up? Haaland can choose a new club on the 1st of September. Ronaldo has only one option left in the transfer market. Messi shocked PSG with his demands upon signing the contract. And Real Madrid is close to signing Mbappe. Warning: today's release is highly heated. We are in a hurry to share everything with you. Subscribe to find out what awaits us next in this crazy football world. Support us by pressing like and writing in the comments below. What would you do if you were the owner of PSG? Would you sell Mbappe now, or would you still release him next summer for free? And while you're writing, we proceed to start. Let's get going! Bayern Munich and Jose Kimmich have extended the contract until 2025. At Bayern, I can achieve anything. I still don't think I'm at the end of my development, Jose claimed. Arsenal can move Willian to Corinthians for free to save on salary. Michail Antonio became West Ham's top scorer in the Premier League, having 49 goals. He is now ahead of Paulo Di Canio. West Ham leads the Premier League table for the second time in history and for the first time since 2006. Ronaldo earned 70 million gross. Who can do it? PSG? Maybe some English club? It's not a very healthy way to progress. UEFA is called upon to do something. Karl-Heinz Rummenigge complained. Piqué wants to buy a 49% stake in Barca corporate. Gerrard wants to do this with the help of Cosmos Company. The defender wants to help the club cope with the financial crisis. Chelsea could loan Saúl Ñíguez from Atletico if they get rid of Barkley, Bakayoko, and Drinkwater. Samuel Umtiti doesn't want to leave Barca and has rejected all offers. He believes that he will be useful to the team. Lyon bought Xherdan Shaqiri from Liverpool for 6 plus 5 million euros. The contract is valid until 2024. Simeone needs another forward. It is important for Atletico to have 2 players per place. Football España quotes the manager of the Los Colchoneros. Ter Stegen, Mingueza and Coutinho can play against Getafe as they have recovered from their injuries. Rennes decided to sell Eduardo Camavinga for 35 million euros. The club doesn't want to let the player go for free next summer. Man United has loaned defender Brandon Williams to Norwich for 1 season. Leipzig is in talks with Barcelona on the transfer of Alex Moriba. The Germans offered 6 million euros, while the Catalans won 20 million. Sergio Roberto agreed to have a 40% pay cut. That versatile footballer will extend the contract for another 2 years. Brighton bought Barcelona's pupil Marc Cucurella for 18 million euros from Getafe. That is his release clause. Barca will earn 1.8 million euros. Liverpool won't release Mohamed Salah for Egypt's upcoming World Cup qualifier against Angola due to the concerns over COVID-19 quarantine. The forward can be involved in the game versus Gabon. Antoine Griezmann remains an option for Atletico, but Madrid has no intention to include Felix in the deal with Barca. Jordi Alba has agreed to a 25% pay cut at Barcelona, according to Sport S. Man City is preparing to make the final offer to Tottenham for Harry Kane. The citizens will offer £150 million. Manchester United and Bruno Fernandes are in talks to sign a new contract. The Portuguese will be offered to have his salary doubled. Under the new contract, Bruno will receive £200,000 a week. Man City will unveil the statues of Vincent Kompany and David Silva at Etihad Stadium ahead of the match against Arsenal, and a monument of Sergio Aguero in 2022. Leipzig wants more than 10 million euros from Bayern for Marcel Sabitzer, according to journalist Florian Plettenberg. Chelsea is in contact with Jules Koundé's agents but hasn't yet communicated with Sevilla. Londoners are waiting for Kuzuma to leave. Had you had my shoulder, you would have been on site. You need to replace the large size with medium. The robbery begins, wrote Ronaldo's sister Elma Aveiro. Wolverhampton winger Adama Traoré is one of the Tottenham's top priorities in the transfer market. The negotiations are underway. Yusuf Demir is currently on loan at Barcelona. To buy out his contract, Barca must pay to Rapid Vienna at the end of the season. Fiorentina has agreed with Arsenal to transfer Lucas Torreira, loan for 1.5 million euros plus buyout option for 15 million. West Ham have negotiated a £30 million transfer for Kuzma with Chelsea, but are unable to negotiate a contract with the player. Marseille signed Fiorentina defender Paul Lirola for 6.5 million euros. Another 6.5 million are provided as various bonuses. Bayern have scored in its 74th game in a row, surpassing Real Madrid's record. Jose Mourinho was the fastest to win 50 Serie A games in the three-point era. Zappacosta arrived in Bergamo to become Atalanta's player. He will sign a contract until the summer of 2025. "I'm happy to be back," said Davide upon arrival. PSG will try to sell 3 players in the remaining days of the transfer window: Rafinha, Sarabia and Kurzawa. Milan are close to completing the transfer of Timuya Bakayoko. Negotiations with Chelsea are ongoing. A loan with a buyout option is being discussed. The results of the most interesting yesterday's games are given to your attention. And now, it's time for us to dive into the main news of the release. Let's talk briefly about yesterday's fixtures. West Ham defeated Leicester 4-1. Goals were delivered by Benrahma, Fornals, and most importantly Antonio, who made it to the brace. Among the Foxes, Tielemans was the one who succeeded in a consolation goal. In La Liga, we highlight the victory of Sevilla over Getafe, where the victory was secured with Lamela's efforts. And finally, we will quickly move to Italy, where Milan defeated Sampdoria thanks to a goal from Brahim. Erling Haaland's contract with Borussia has a special release clause that will allow him to leave Dortmund in 2022, in case one of the clubs pays 75 million euros for him. According to the newspaper Marca, this item will be activated on September 1st. This means that Erling will be able to negotiate a future move with any club after September 1st. In fact, his transfer could take place as early as January. How do you like that? We are told that all European top clubs are claiming to sign the Norwegian, and Real Madrid is the main contender. Another piece of news on the situation of Cristiano Ronaldo. At the moment, the most likely outcome remains the one in which he will finalize his contract with Juventus to the end and change the club in the summer of 2022 as a free agent. Neither PSG nor Real Madrid have expressed a desire to sign CR7. The only option for Cristiano right now is to move to one of the Premier League teams participating in the Champions League. Among these options, Man City, Man United, Chelsea and Liverpool. There was also information about Tottenham's interest, but Cristiano wouldn't want to go to the Spurs camp for the above reason. More and more sources confirm that Lionel Messi will make his debut for PSG very soon. On August 29th, Rennes will host PSG as part of the Matchday 3 of Ligue 1, and it's expected that on this day Messi will make his first appearance for the Parisians. As we mentioned the interesting points in the contract between Messi and PSG, the TIC Sports channel highlights too. The games of the Argentina national team is a top priority for Leo over PSG games, and the national team of Argentina can use PSG's sporting facilities around the world. That's what it means to be the GOAT. Friends, this is a universal explosion. According to RMC Sport, PSG is ready to sell Kylian Mbappe to Real Madrid this summer. The matter is that Mbappe once again rejected the offer of the Parisians to sign a new agreement whatsoever. Journalist Jose Felix Diaz reports that the owners of PSG agreed to start negotiations with Real Madrid. Florentino Perez is preparing an official offer for the transfer of Mbappe in the amount of 150 million euros. Mbappe's transfer to Real is closer than ever, Jose Diaz says. PSG understands that they have two options: to sell Mbappe now and make big money on his departure, or to let the Frenchman go for free in the summer of 2022. Paris representatives are beginning to lean towards the first option and are considering Everton forward Richarlison as a potential replacement for Mbappe. Mbappe wants to be the center of the project, while in PSG this role will be assigned to Messi. Yes, it seems that the end of the transfer window will be very hot. Mbappe will leave PSG, leave Messi and Neymar trying to lead Madrid to another victory in the Champions League. Now that it will make the perfect scenario for the upcoming campaign. We are absolutely delighted with this transfer window. And what about you? Guys, watch these suggested videos. Check them out for yourself. It was Football News. Have a nice one, and see you in a bit.